What do we got here?
I've got 4 volumes of history of Don Quixote.
Okay.
They were printed in 1731.
So did you ever read Don Quixote?
40, 50 years ago.
Do you remember any of it?
Not really.
Okay.
I decided to come into the pawn shop today to sell my collection of Don Quixote books. My dad was a big book collector, so these books were a part of his collection. I don't know how much these things are worth, but I'm hoping to actually start a college fund for our daughter.
This is cool. You know anything about them?
I don't really know much about them, except they're leather bound, and inside the front cover, it said it's a 4th edition printing from 1731.
Okay. I mean, it was written in the 1600s, and you read it today, there's still funny passages in it that will make you laugh. It's about Don Quixote, who thinks he's a valorous knight, but I think he cruises around on like a donkey, all right? Don Quixote is a novel about an ordinary guy who decides to put on a suit of armor and go out looking for adventures. He's sort of a bumbling fool, always getting into trouble. Like a 16th century Chum-Li. Okay, well, they were obviously bought before 1962 at a bookstore in Salt Lake City. When you see an address without a zip code, that means it's like 1962 or before. That's when they came out with zip codes.
Wow, didn't know that.
And these are definitely old. I mean, this is hand-laid paper. You know, it's been a popular book for over 400 years.
Yes.
So these are sort of timeless like that, and that's why they are collectible. These books are hundreds of years old, leather-bound, and in pretty good condition. So I'm betting they're actually worth quite a bit. Here's my concerns. I just don't know enough about them. I can tell you that if these were the first editions from the 1600s written in Spanish, you would have like the Holy Grail, and they'd probably be worth, I have no idea. It's got to be over $1 million probably.
Wow.
And that's where my knowledge stops.
Okay.
So let me get someone down here who will know everything there is to know about these books.
Okay.
Let me go give her a phone call.
Thank you.
I've done really well with rare books in the past, and my instincts are telling me there's some big money here.
So what have we got?
Don Quixote, I know just enough about him to...
Get in trouble.
The guys usually call me down here when they've got a rare book. They don't know a lot about it, and so I come down, take a look at it, get an idea of what it is.
So what do you know about him?
Well, Don Quixote is probably the best-selling work ever after the Bible. So 500 million copies of this book have sold, at least. The author of this book, Cervantes, he lived at about the same time as Shakespeare, and critics largely agree that it's the most important novel ever written. So this is a big deal. Now, the first edition in Spanish was printed in 1605 in Madrid, and then a man named Thomas Shelton, we see him here on the title page, he translated it for the first time, the 2 parts in 1620.
Really?
And this edition here is over 100 years after that.
Okay.
I see.
This is normally not a good thing. But you're lucky because Don Quixote is the most popular novel in human history. So later printings like this can still have some collectible value. And I'm looking at the bindings. They look to be the time period, which is always a bonus, though they are a little beat up. So for this 1731 edition, in this condition, all 4 volumes would probably retail at $1,500 to $1,800.
Really? Oh, okay. I'm disappointed. I thought they were more valuable. Harvard's probably going to be out of the question.
So what do you want for them, young lady?
I'm really not good at negotiating. And I trust you guys.
You know, she said they're worth $1,500 to $1,800 retail.
Okay.
Mind you, they are books. They do sit around a long time. They're not quick movers.
Okay.
I'm looking, you know, $1,000.
Really? I was thinking more like $1,250.
It kind of bugs me when a seller says they trust me to come up with a price, and then they try and get more out of me. $1,000 really is my best offer. I'm hoping to get $1,500 for them.
Okay, let's do it.
Okay, it's a deal. $1,000.
Thank you.
I'll meet you right up front, and we'll do some paperwork.
Thank you.
In the end, I think we both made a deal that works, and I will definitely make some money.